Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We present them stories drawn from lessons in history and our folk tales, which are anchored on moral values. We think that these stories contain tremendous amount of teachings which our young children and adults can inculcate in their own lives and become stronger and better human beings. Right from our childhood, we are advised to respect elders. But the question is this right? Do we really need to respect our elders? Many times people go through this moral dilemma if respecting elders is equal to following what they are saying, and even if the elder doesn't have an opinion or a suggestion which I agree with. That is why many young people aren't sure whether it is required to respect the elders, whether it is required to follow their words. I came across a beautiful story. Once upon a time, there was a small family of 4 people: father, mother, the daughter, and the grandfather. The grandfather was growing old. He had become more than 80 years old. His vision was failing, his sense of hearing was declining, his control over his limbs was reducing. However, it was a small, neatly bonded family. They used to have food together, they used to do things together, they used to enjoy their life. However, as the grandfather was growing old, sometimes his behaviors on the dining table was clumsy. He will drop things, break something, he will spill the food, and all of these messy stuff was going on. The father and the mother were not liking some of these. They were getting irritated when their friends would visit them, and when they start talking to the grandfather, then the grandfather is not able to communicate because he is not able to listen to them very well. So there were a little bit of a trouble going on in their family. One day the grandfather dropped something, the tumbler broke, and it was a big mess to clean up the house, and there were some guests that day, so it was a big mess. That day the gentleman and his wife decided that they will keep their father confined to the room where he lives. So they got him different kind of utensils which are unbreakable and kept him in isolation kind of a thing, and which their daughter observed but didn't like. She wanted to do something for her grandfather. So she collected unbreakable utensils, unbreakable cutlery, and kept those in her room. Her parents were surprised why their daughter is collecting all of this. So the father asked the daughter, "Why are you doing this?" Then the little girl explained to her father that, "Her father, you have been advising me to plan for my future. I can see what's going to happen to you when you become my grandfather's age. You will not be able to listen well, you will not be able to see things well, you will be dropping things on the dining table, you will be dropping things on the floor, and my house will become a mess like our grandfather is today doing. And I have to do what you have done to my grandfather. So I am planning for the future. I am gathering cutlery and other things that I would require in future to keep you with me." Then, of course, the little girl's parents got the message. They understood that the mistake that they have done, the kind of stress, the mental torture that they are doing unknowingly or knowingly unto their parent. So this is a small folktale. It teaches us the value of respecting elders, taking good care of them, and the value of love within the family. If you look at Srimad Bhagavad Gita, a compilation of 700 verses, in chapter number 16, Lord Sri Krishna advises the human civilization that there are 26 qualities that one should try to possess. One of them is yajna. What does yajna mean? Yajna means worshipping others, which broadly points to respecting seniors, respecting powers, respecting forces which have contributed to our lives significantly. So whether you are doing a puja, you are offering part of your daily meals to someone, or respecting elders, like in this folk tale, it is about respecting an elderly person in your family. We come across elderly people in our schools and colleges. Our teachers are elder to us. We come across seniors at our workplaces. We meet so many seniors in the community, in the village, in the place, in the apartment where we live. We go on the road, we go by the bus, train, or the plane, we meet seniors there. We go to shops to buy stuff for us and we meet seniors there. So all these situations, do we respect seniors? Do we listen to them? Do we give in to all that they say? That's the moral dilemma in many people's mind. We are not saying, neither the Bhagavad Gita nor this folktale suggests that we blindly follow what our seniors are saying. All that we are being told is to be respectful, dignify the seniors, listen to them. You may not follow exactly what they are saying, but the way you receive their words, their suggestions, the way you reciprocate, the way you interact with them, you need to be mindful of their age, of their context, and respond accordingly. Look at Ramayana. There are several instances in the Ramayana where through those mythological stories we are guided to how to respecting seniors, whether it is Ram going to the jungle just to respect Dashrath's words to his wife Kaikeyi at some point in time, and Kaikeyi exercising that right and sending Ram to the jungle because Kaikeyi wanted her son to become the king of Ayodhya. And Ram, the crown prince who is about to become the king of Ayodhya, respects the words of King Dashrath. And through the epic of Ramayana, we know that how his behavior of going to the jungle, respecting father's wishes, turned out to be so beneficial not only for him, for the entire human civilization. He destroyed the evil force which was troubling the world that time. Look at many such stories which are there in Ramayana, whether it is Hanuman, who again in respect of his friend Sugriv works for Ram. Think of Bharat, who in respect of his elder brother Ram says that what my mother has achieved is unfair, unjust, and I go by my conscience. I consider Ram, my elder brother, as the real king, and then he just carries out his duty as a representative of the real king who was Ram. So in this particular story of Bharat, Ram and Kaikeyi, Bharat doesn't really disrespect Kaikeyi. Kaikeyi lives in the same palace. Of course, Bharat is disappointed, frustrated, angry with the decision taken by his mother, but he doesn't kill his mother. We are talking about a time where princes and kings take revenge by killing somebody else. That was the kind of norm that time being followed. For anything unjustified, the kings used to take action. So if Bharat was a king, he could have taken action on Kaikeyi to set an example for the citizens of that country. But he didn't do that. So all these small stories possibly point us to the direction that we need to respect elders. By respecting elders, nobody is saying that we have to blindly follow what the elder person is saying. It merely says about the dignity, the respect that you offer, the way you receive them, the way you engage with them and interact with them has to be respectful. Thank you very much for listening to this beautiful story and inculcating them in your own lives. Look forward to our future conversations.